Hey, what's good, everyone? Look, last man here early Tuesday morning, just before 5. I gotta jump the rink floor just a few more degrees before we get going. Got plenty of time. The boys will be here in a few hours. I still gotta go out to the soccer park and start the cistern up, make sure the sprinklers are going, all that kind of stuff. But we gotta jump the rink floor just a few more degrees to get going. I hear 15 degrees is the ideal temperature to start spraying water. So that's our kind of goal for today. Right now the pump is running at 35%. We're set at 18 degrees. So to change the pump or to cool things down, I'm gonna speed the pump up. And we do that by going, let me start over again for you guys. Go menu, program, MDD1, set point, and we're gonna jump it down to 15 degrees. We'll go 14 to be safe. Pump speeding up, I'm sure you guys heard that. Only one compressor's going, that's gonna change here really quick. Call for one, that's all it's going. We'll put this fourth one on just in case we need it. I don't think we will until we start spraying heavy loads of water. But for now, I gotta head out to the soccer park, then we'll come back, we'll move the Zamboni, we'll get everything set up for spraying and painting, and we'll check back with you guys here shortly. All right, just get about everything set up. Get the crew coming here in about a half hour. Got a few more things to attach to the pump before we get going. Just wanna give you guys a quick rundown of what I got here before things get too noisy and too busy. But basically this pump right here is a 2-inch discharge going to a 3/4 inch hose. Got the intake hose right there. I'm assuming this is a 2-inch intake as well. It's a gas power motor as you see right there. I'm not sure about the horsepower. I'm gonna find the horsepower on here for you and I'll stick it here in a little box. But it's a gas power motor. We're gonna be basically mixing paint here and sucking it through here. I got the filter on there. I think that's gonna help a lot from getting the spray bore unclogged there. Got the paint set up. You're supposed to use, I believe, 30 gallons of water. What side it is? Was I looking at it? It's because it's on the side that's covered here. It's gonna take 30 gallons of water per box. I'm gonna try to do 3 layers. I got 8 boxes. I ordered an extra one because I like to have an extra one. I'm gonna use this bag here, an old bag. And I'm gonna probably end up using most of this, but I wanna keep half the box for repairs that we have to make in the future. You know how that stuff happens. So I kind of calculated I'm gonna need 2 3/4 boxes per layer, and that's gonna give us 3 layers. I think that's kind of how I worked it out. It seems to make sense to me. So got my mixer here ready to go, extension cord. These are the little washer deals I was talking about with the screen. So I think I'm just gonna install one of these for now and see how it goes. I don't want to restrict the flow too much or cause too much problems. So, but when we spray water, it's gonna be fine. It's just when we spray paint, I wanna make sure that we start filtering or make sure that things get filtered out. All right, so let me think about, it's gonna be a few more things I think I need to get in place. I still need to grab the carpet from on top there and get a few more things set. But other than that, sit back, relax, enjoy the video. It's gonna be a wild ride. All right, got the second layer going here. I just gotta say, Bobby is an absolute perfectionist, professional. Look at him right there. His layer is looking good. Going on good, going on clean. And I can't forget, Jake and Jimmy are not doing a shabby job either. So we got the second layer going on right here. Let me move my hose. First layer, we went back and forth, kind of long ways. Second layer, we're gonna go back and forth this way. Then the third layer, we'll go back and forth this way. All right, we got 3 layers of water down here. We did 1 pass, like I said, back this way, then 1 pass this way, then we did another pass this way. The point of really putting the water on the ground is you don't really want to paint the concrete. We're just trying to seal the concrete in with some water, so I think that's enough water on the concrete or over the concrete to start painting at least. So the next step's gonna be painting. All right, mixing 30 gallons at a time. What do you think about doing 1 bag in between 2 of them? So we could do 3 bags. So 15 bags, 45. Yeah. Let's go ahead and add, we're gonna be almost 30. Just go ahead and add 45 gallons to each one, and you'll split a bag between the two to have 3 bags. Then we'll prime the pump and start spraying some paint. All right, there's your 4 layers of paint right there. Good and bad. I was kind of pleasantly surprised, but a little disappointed in how the paint job ended. This is kind of usually how it typically ends up for us. I think it's a little more consistent job than we've done in the past, but I don't know. I'm not terribly happy. I think the spray bar that we have is a great spray bar, but not really for paint. I think the spray nozzles maybe need to be a little bit closer together, because you could tell that there's some streaking going on. I think it's meant for pesticides and stuff like that. So it's not really meant for painting. So I don't. I was pleasantly surprised in how it started, but then it started getting a little bit clogged on the third pass, the 3rd layer of paint. A little cloggage. I don't know. Like it's much better than we've done before, but I think that I still need to do some modifications to it to get to where I think it's a good paint spray. I don't know if I'll keep using it, because I think the nozzles are a little bit spread out than they should be, but I'll have to revisit it, and we'll do a follow-up here when I get down there, because it kind of fell apart on me as I was using it too. So that was kind of a drawback. It worked really well to a certain point, but then on the 2nd layer of paint, it started falling apart, and I just the framing is much too small for the spray bar. I think I need to make a wider frame, and this is about as good as we're gonna get with that right here. So I'm not totally satisfied. I think that we need to do something a little bit different to get a little bit better paint job, but it is what it is. We got the paint down. After the ice is built up and skid on, it'll look like it usually does. So the next step for us is come through, spray a little water on the ice real carefully, because it's kind of critical because the paint gets smeared. So we got to make sure our shoes are clean, the hose keeps moving. We're going to use cold water. We don't want to use hot water quite yet. That's going to melt everything. So we're going to spray the first layers with cold water, probably 3-4 layers of water, kind of spraying it lightly, then a little bit more, then a little bit more to get the 4th layer, and just to get the paint sealed. We want to make sure the paint's sealed. It's not going to smear or kind of start murking up. I don't know how better way to explain that, but sometimes it starts working its way up through the ice. So we want to make sure we get it nice and sealed before we start spraying any kind of hot water. Let me go ahead and round the boys up. They're eating some pizza right now. It's just about 1 o'clock, and we started around 8:45 probably. Andy showed up at 10, and we got done just probably right about noon, and we spent some time cleaning out the back, got the pump washed out, and ready to go back to the hardware store. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start spraying some water. All right, end of day 1 here, putting the ice in. I guess day 1 of putting the ice in. Day 1 refrigeration start happened 5 days ago now. So we're sitting here Tuesday. Got the paint down. Again, we got a few layers of over concrete. Got a few layers of paint over that. Sealed the paint with some water, and we're kind of good to go. The volunteers had to get going. Got around 2:30. Andy's back started hurting him. The other guy had to get going. So I got everything done that I wanted to get done, except I was kind of hoping to get the goal lines down, the blue line and the red line, you know, and these blue line, red line down here. That didn't happen. That's fine. We could do that tomorrow. That's going to happen pretty quick. That doesn't take too long. The other stuff, the hash marks and the circles, take a little bit longer. So at least with paper, paint, I could see it take a little bit longer. But with paper, these initial lines go pretty quick. But the first thing we got to do tomorrow is we get in here. There's going to be like a little filmy sheet over the ice. It's going to be kind of hazy, so we really don't want to lay paper over that. So we'll spray a layer of water over the ice, maybe even like a warm layer of water on the ice, and just kind of seal one more layer sealed in and just kind of get rid of that film. Then we'll start throwing the lines down and kind of go from there. And I kind of got to do it my way. I guess, you know, again, this is not the end all be all of how to put the ice in. You're kind of watching my struggles of learning how to do this, even after so many years, after 20 years, since we don't take the ice out once every 3-5 years. Again, I haven't done this a lot, so I still struggling through some of the steps. As it was really helpful having Jake here because he's done it a long time ago, and he's done it at other rinks, even though he hasn't been here for a while. It was nice to have him here saying, and Bobby did a great job. You know, he's really mechanically inclined and just really has a passion of want to have a good sheet of ice. So it was really helpful to have. I needed like 2-3 more people, and Andy, Andy's been here forever, so I can't even say anything about, start anything about how much he knows and his knowledge. But I really think that we needed a few more people to make it more smoother, at least with the paint part. If we really needed like 2 more people, we really were stretched out with the hose. We definitely maintained the 6 feet. We didn't have any face masks, but we definitely maintained the 6 feet. But I would like to have at least a couple more people during the paint process to be able to spread the hose around a little easier, as well as, operating the mixer and moving things around. And Andy's a little hurt, so he was doing the best he can. But what was like, this bug's around me. Where does this bug come from? Just flying around me. That being said, having those 4 guys here with me, I guess me, Jake, Andy, Bobby, and Jimmy, 5 of us, that those were one of the best 5 people I could have here, the best 4 people I could have here with me, because they knew what they're doing. They kind of, in years past, I've struggled actually with more people than with the guys I had today, just because, especially in this area here, I've got kids helping who don't really pay attention and losing focus. So having those particular people here with me definitely helped this day go a little bit smoother and not as many hiccups as I anticipated. So the lights are trying to turn off here, so I think it's almost time to get out of here. I don't know too much more I could add to this, so I'll wrap it up here. We'll come back here tomorrow, start spraying some more water, put the lines down, spray some more water, and hopefully start skating by the weekend. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. As always, hope you learned something. Like the local ice man says, stay cool.